Right, I have my backup Nikon here today. Now, here is my P520 Coolpix, and you can see it has a mount underneath it which clips to a harness which goes over my shoulder, and it has a small metal hammer tripod under that which doubles up as a handle to keep it steady, and a little tripod that I can use quickly. So the two of them together hang by my waist. Now, I'd come out today, I got some great stuff. There's a pair of green sandpipers and a pair of very, very light plovers. I don't know what plovers they were. Got talking to a number of enthusiasts welding SLRs, complaining the dragonflies don't sit still, because they don't, annoyingly. And I was hoping I hadn't had any trouble with this, and I was just literally walking along there, Cornmill Stream from the Weir, and thinking, I do hope that today there's no problems. The other battery is in there. I'm hoping it was the battery that come with the camera, right, and that there'll be no issues today. But there was a couple of times when it was slow to record. It kept saying wait for camera to record, even though it had plenty of time. And now it's not coming on again. And because of the way that I use cameras, well, which is the way everybody should use cameras, not just for family portraits in the house, I then have to, and of course this could be mounted to a bigger tripod, I have to take that off, then that off. Now I'll just try the button. You can see me depressing the button now, you can hear it. Now if I pop it, it's weird, this has happened with two P520s in a row. There's the battery popping out. I mean, this is just no good, you know. The reason why I went for a bridge camera is because of the speed. It has a large focal length range, right, and for wildlife, you know, from insects that are close up to birds that are far away, you'll get more shots with one of these than anything else, and this is supposedly the top of the range. Now I'll press the on button and watch what happens. Take the lens cap off and you can see the camera's now on. And you know, I haven't been able to set up the user settings on this camera, right? I did on the last one, but then I had to take it back, and I just didn't bother using up, you know, setting the things for the different modes, because it takes a long time to do, and I've ended up having to take the camera back, which I now have to do. Turn it off. I just don't understand that at all, you know. It's just, you're just putting power through from a battery to a device. I mean, what is so difficult about that? When it's on, this one works flawlessly. There's been no freezing or nothing, you know. But if I then have to go through this rigmarole of unscrewing everything and then flicking the battery and then screwing everything on, because you can't open the battery compartment. Oh, hang on a minute. No, you can't open the battery compartment. I mean, none of them do, but that's a bit silly, really. It's a really bad design flaw. So there you go. The 440 Nikon from Argos in glorious 1080p, which is a real shame, you know. I really, really do like this camera a great deal. You know, the zoom I don't think is quite 42. In fact, I don't even think it's quite 40. I don't think it matches the Olympus on the magnification, which they shouldn't really be allowed to do. You know, they're changing it to suit their needs, something that's already been set for years. You know, when you buy binoculars that are 10 by 32, you don't look through them and go, well actually, you know, I think these are more like 8 by 32 or 6 by 32. They're 10 times magnification. That's what it means. Not 10 times greater than something else, which is what they choose to do on these cameras. So you just don't know. You know, you're reading all this stuff. Once you've had a few of these cameras, you don't trust the figures anymore, right? And therefore people are going to be very wary about buying them. And in the long run, you might sell them straight away, you might sell cameras straight away, but after a while people are going to be umming and ahhing about this, that, and what it claims to be. Oh yeah, and the display button doesn't seem to work either. You're supposed to press the display button when this is switched round and that monitor switches off and the electronic one inside switches on, which is, well, on the last one it was useless. Maybe there was something wrong with it, but I thought I'd test out this one to see if it was the same. So I pressed the display button while I was in a hide, which is over behind those trees, and well, the internal display didn't come on and the external display didn't go off. You know, and the other annoying thing is there's something on there, a button. Can't think what it was. There was a button. I thought, you know what, that would have been bloody handy if there'd been a button for something, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, there you go. Failure of a fourth Nikon P520 camera in 1080p.